of all, namaste to all. Thank you very much for the brief introduction of me. Thank you, Mr. Rajiv Vasudevan, Dr. Hari Kumar, and thank you, Dr. Aishwarya, for the nice words. I will start with my presentation. I think you can see all, no? Presentation. Okay, thank you. So it was a long journey here in Germany. I came here in 2003, so almost 18 years now. And I'm working the chair of complementary and integrative medicine, University Duisburg, Essen. Can you hear me?
Yes, doctor. Could you just make it a full screen, please, your slides?
Okay. Sorry. Thank you. So, this initial days was not so easy here in Germany. I would like to introduce the way of work, what we do, and if somebody totally different from India in a European country, totally different in the culture, in the language, it's not so easy to integrate Ayurveda in a normal medical system. It was a lot of struggle initially. You should think that European countries, they got different language. No? So even English is not at all possible if you work with patients. So we have to learn the specific language. So I have to learn German. Even the computer, the software, everything is in German. So from there we have to start. And if you come with Ayurveda, it is difficult to practice because it's not recognized, as we all know. So we have to do some course. So I did. There are two possibilities to start clinical practice. One was to learn medical, like modern medicine, or there is alternative medicine. It's called Heilpraktiker. So I have to choose this one, and Heilpraktiker was the shortest. So I took the title of Heilpraktiker. That's why I got the official title to practice clinically complementary medicine in Germany. That's how I got the possibility to start working at the chair of complementary and integrative medicine. So this is our setup, complementary and integrative medicine. That's the first chair of complementary and integrative medicine in Germany. That's our university hospital. We got, this is our concept, the university concept. We got the normal Western medicine, and we got the European herbal medicine. In Europe, they've got a very strong herbal medicine. And we got Chinese medicine, and then we named Ayurveda into traditional Indian medicine because, unfortunately, I should tell that the word Ayurveda is spoiled here. That's my experience. So we, like traditional Chinese medicine, we labeled it like traditional Indian medicine, and then we got mind-body medicine. That's our integrative medicine concept. We got an outpatient department and inpatient department. The outpatient department, we got also many Chinese medicines doctors, because we got exchange program with many Chinese universities. Before the Ayurveda was introduced, the Chinese medicine was dominant. And it's very interesting to work with Chinese doctors because many are parallel. Many Chinese medicine concepts are very parallel to Ayurveda. This is some of the pictures of our therapists, our treatment rooms, because we try to stick on to the traditional type of treatment. That all our therapists are nursing staff, so we train them for 1 year so that they can start Ayurvedic as Ayurvedic therapist. And we got IT department for integrative medicine, not for Ayurveda, for integrative medicine, 60-bed IT, and there they get food in the. It's not like typical hospital food. They got very natural medicine food. So, apart from the patient management, we are more into research. So we did some research here. We did the first research was in 2009. It was management of low back pain with local heat. And then after that, we switched to IBS. We had tried to take some herbal combination. But our thought was we try to make with body master, but it's very difficult if you if you want to get through all the legal side for Ayurvedic medicine, it's very, really difficult. So we couldn't manage. So it was a very sample study which we did. It's like we got two groups. It was randomized controlled crossover study, double-blind study. It was not so easy. To blind Ayurvedic medicines, it's not so easy. So it was also a struggle, and many of the medicines were cancelled by the ethics committee in the university, but it's not officially registered in Germany, so you cannot make it. So we have to make a lot of compromise. So after that, we realized it's not practical to make clinical studies in countries like Germany. So I'll come to that next point. When we do regular publications in many medical journals, in German journals and also in other medical English journals, I just want to, there was also a very interesting article came in the German medical urological magazine. And these are some of the other journals which we used to write occasionally about Ayurveda and management of different diseases in Ayurveda. It's also exclusive natural medicine journals in Germany where we used to write. And in between we publish some of the books. One chapter, this is from Spring of Ayurvedic Science of Food and Nutrition, a subject, a topic, it was the concept of diet in Ayurveda and its implications for the modern world. It was from me. And there was another book, it was published in German. It was about Ayurveda, management of Ayurveda in geriatrics. And then the next book was about diet in Ayurveda. And it's very interesting. The Focus magazine, I don't know, some of you may be knowing, Focus magazine is like India Today in India. So they made an exclusive report about us in 2012. And there was also a DVD there, and they came here and they recorded videos, and it was also with this magazine. So that was very interesting outcome among the public. It was very interesting. And often we come in television reports, it's major channels. Mostly twice in a year, they are interested to make many reports. It's all our leading television channels in Germany. We do cooperate with Indian universities and colleges. I found that the cooperation is very important. So we have an MOU with KUHAS, Kerala University for Health Science Institute, and we do have a MOU with Ayurveda College, Kottakkal, and we do cooperate and MOU having with PNM Ayurveda College, Cherithurthi. Things are coming, we detail how, for what purpose and all. So here we do research cooperation with, recently we started 2019 our research cooperation with PNM Ayurveda College in psoriasis. This is the thing what we told, but I was explaining before. It is very difficult to introduce clinical research in Germany. So what we do now is that we design the study, we support clinical study, and we find the partners. So here we find the PNM Ayurveda College to implement the clinical study there, and we jointly collect the data, we jointly make the statistical process, and then we jointly publish. That's our, and also we support financially. That's our aim, because this is the only method to publish a real clinical study. And here, the typical pattern, normally when you look Ayurveda, it's always, okay, one medicine to one disease. We change that pattern because Ayurveda, we need more medicine according to doshas and avasthas. So here, it's like a treatment package for Ayurveda, diet, food, diet and internal medicines and external treatment. So we are focusing more into that. And clinical research program is in discussion with Health University Thrissur. So hopefully in few months, it's regarding diabetes. So this is our course. We conduct Ayurvedic course exclusive only for doctors. This we cooperate with Ayurveda College, Kottakkal. And this is almost 3 years of course only for doctors. So many levels, 3 levels. In the second level, they go to Kottakkal Ayurveda College. They stay there for 40 days and they get clinical and theoretical classes from the professors and lecturers there. So the course we started in 2009. Almost 10 courses are over. Almost three batch of students already completed from Kottakkal. So it's a 3 level, like I told. The second level, they go to Kottakkal Ayurveda College. The first level is from here. So I do the teaching, and also many colleagues from India, they also come. And then the third level, they have to go through 3 CME programs and they have to make one dissertation. That's our complete program. So when we go to India, then there are many press interested. So this is our next activity. We do have a doctors association, Ayurvedic doctors association. Many students and many modern doctors who are interested in Ayurveda are part of our activity. And we regularly conduct CME programs. We invite Ayurvedic doctors, professors from India. Many come, and unfortunately last 1 year we couldn't make it. So we started with online like Zoom, and it was functioning wonderfully. So we are active in many conferences, exclusive of CAM, Integrative Medicine conferences, and recently there was also Zoom conferences. The Ministry of Indian Ministry here, the embassies are very interested in our work, so they used to invite me regularly for talks and conferences. So a lot of activities happening, and I would tell, Ayurveda is booming here, but to standardize, it's very important. So I did my PhD in Ayurveda in a cooperation with other universities in Austria. So it came after the study. I realized that standardization of Ayurveda is very important. So I made an outcome of the study, and I made it in a presentation and was presented to AYUSH Ministry. What should be done to standardize Ayurveda globally? Because you cannot make it international Ayurveda, because it depends upon each country and each region. It should be modified. So I made an example and was sent to AYUSH Ministry. Many discussions were happened. So this is only just an example. There should be an Indian authority under AYUSH, whatever it may be, and it should be in communication with the local authority in different countries, and they should make a certification for hospitals, Ayurvedic doctors, education centers, and research institutes. So it should be like a standard. So if a patient or doctors who are interested, they should realize that, okay, it's an authentic center because they got a support from the Indian embassy and Indian government and AYUSH, so that it can be standardized. That's what the concept. And also a detailed criteria was also written. I don't want to read all. How should be the hospital, doctors, research centers, therapist course, education centers, doctors course and therapist course. So everything was classified in detail. And once we know this will function, then a real standard will come in Ayurveda in different international countries. So when qualified doctors, I think the benefit is that many of the qualified doctors can come to many countries, and the export of Ayurvedic medicines, that's one point. Now it will boom. So India is having a big win here. With that, I will end my talk. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Dr. Syal, I think, honestly, I was not aware of the extent of progress that you made in your role as a chair at the university. And my compliments for the journey that you've undertaken with your colleagues. I had also liked the line open-minded that you placed, there as part of the university credo. The fact that that open-mindedness exists there, within constraints. What I would like to ask you is, you began by talking about Ayurveda name is spoiled. That's why you moved to traditional Indian medicine as a name. Could you just say what is the current status? How is TIM helping you? First, some comment on that, please.
They are very interesting because when I came here in Germany in 2008, I remember many people were looking like kind of esoteric stuff, like of massage stuff, things like that. And when we talk with doctors, they're not accepting means they're not even to start a dialogue. No? So they think, something like that. No, it's like a oil putting and massage or kind of. So when I talk to them like, I'm a doctor of traditional Indian medicine, so things are totally different. So they accept it totally. They tell, what's that? Then I tell, okay, it's like we start with phytotherapy. We got plants. We got more than 2,500 plants. So then they are having a very good acceptance. That's the thing.
And things have changed now. I mean, is still Ayurveda viewed the same way, or has it changed now?
Things are changing. I will tell last 15 years, but it's not complete. I mean, complete. It's not difficult to make it complete, but still, a lot of things to be done.
Okay, and on the research methodology, that the approach of the hybrid approach you've undertaken, where you define the research approach and the university in India or the institution in India follows your framework, is that something that is, you believe, the template for validation to German standards?
Exactly, because we stick on to our university standards. So we try to implement us in India in the clinical setting, and then we collect the data, and we together with the Indian partner, we together make the statistical, we do main statistics here, and then we try to make the publication together.
One final question, the time available. The standardization of Ayurveda, you had come up with a very good framework, Dr. Syal, and of course we could see the criteria very briefly. So what has been the response of the Indian government? Is there any other feedback on what you'd expect from India to make that a reality?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of things happening nowadays because Indian government is really looking forward. I had many talk with them 2 years back. A committee came here and we had a discussion at the Ministry of Health here in Germany with AYUSH Ministry. I was a member there in the discussion. So I feel that the Indian government is realizing the facts. So it could be a change in future.